Not work.
The intro didn't work. For some reason,
Dear Carlton
sometimes the
headlights.
intro just doesn't work. I hit the button, you caught us by surprise. Look at there. There you are.
Here we
staring
are.
at us. We thought we had an intro buffer. So we are live here this Monday, the Monday after Brewzle Fest. We got a lot to unpack. We got a lot to talk about. But first, we are going to warm up with just a little bit of whiskey. Give me an audio video check down in the comments. Can barely hear me.
Can barely hear TJ. Can you hear me? Am I actually?
What? Is mine off? Did mine shut off when I... Lord, have mercy.
I think mine's on. I think everybody
Mine's
can
on.
hear me. Ah,
Said mine's on.
I think, yeah, TJ's quiet, Jill is good. And no, well, that never happens.
I mean, mine's turned down a bit, but it says it's good.
I can hear all cheers.
All right.
I think it's okay. I think
Is it
everybody
loud
can
now?
hear you now.
Okay, I don't...
Sounds good. Y'all are good, loud and clear. Both of you are good.
Okay, all right, well, I'm good now. Great.
There we go.
I don't know what that was about. Technical difficulties. You know, if we didn't have technical difficulties, we wouldn't have any sort of difficulties.
It wouldn't
I
be a
guess.
stream for us if we didn't
Would
have any
not.
difficulties.
Let's try some whiskey. How about that? Apparently,
Whoa.
the bourbon reviewer Fred Minnick likes 69. Barrel number 69. Get your head out of the gutter. This right here is Leper's Fork. Barrel number 69 Fred Minnick pick that they were kind enough to bring to us to try or to have and to hold, to love and to cherish until the death of this bottle do us part. And the color on that is insane. It has Coy Hill level darkness to it. Like that is almost a coffee. And it is delicious. It's wonderful. It is one of the most unusual whiskeys I've tried in a long time. And we are going to warm our palates up with it.
Seth says it feels weird to not be promoting the festival. What do I promote?
Yourself, man. Promote yourself.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
So barrel number 69 here, for those that may not know, is apparently the 69th bottle that they distilled, right? Typically, distillers are going to number their barrels. Leper's Fork is not that old, and so I think this whiskey is... See if I can find an age on it. Hold on just a second here. Seven years, 10 months. So this barrel number 69 is 7 years and 10 months old, which means they've only been producing whiskey a little longer than that. Now it is 70% corn, 15% rye, and 15% malted barley in new American oak char number 4. And it tastes like those little boxes of sun-made raisins that your grandmother used to have.
I don't like sun-made raisins.
Then you're not gonna like this, my
I don't
darling.
like raisins. Well, I don't like to eat like raisins, so maybe.
That's so good though.
I might like this.
My goodness. My goodness.
It smells delicious.
It's so good. And I hate that Fred Minnick got barrel number 69. I mean, one, because it's super delicious. Two, just the meme. Just the tater sticker meme option on this. And it has no tater sticker on it whatsoever.
That's good.
It tastes like raisins and you still like it.
That's good.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
If they've got more
Well,
of this.
Fred, you picked a good bottle.
Fred did a fantastic
You did a fantastic job.
Completely understand why Fred likes 69.
You did a good job. Great
Jill
job.
doesn't like the potty humor.
I don't like the humor at all, so we can cut it out.
Cut.
I don't know how to do it. Cut it out. I don't know what you do, but like cut it out.
I don't know. You just getting on your phones and pizza here?
I don't know. I heard the dogs barking, so I was looking to see. We ordered our kids some pizza because we're trying to be good parents and stuff and feed them. So it could be here, but I don't know. The dogs are barking for some reason.
Sean says you should buy 1,000 1-ounce bottles and sell everyone craft whiskey advent calendars. Some conversations have been had about maybe trying to do something like that. We haven't got real deep into it. It definitely would not happen this year, though, if we did it. Just no time to pull that together.
You say that, but we just pulled like a whole festival and a new release together in like no time.
Yeah, but this is a different level.
Okay,
That
never
takes like that's a lot of work waiting. That's a lot of waiting on figuring out bottles and packaging and all the stuff that goes into all of that, right?
Gotcha.
So it's a little different. A
little different.
We're going to do some fun things this evening. I am going to jump into Discord after this stream to hang out in the supporter-only area. So if you are a patron, make sure that's linked over to Discord. You should have access to that chat. And it's more of you could come on stage and talk and, audio only, and we'll just answer questions and talk to everybody over there. We're going to try some new things that I've gotten recently, and we are going to do our first ever official barrel pick battle, where we are going to try 3 barrel picks of the exact same stuff, and the 2 losers are getting dumped into the Infinity Barrel Project. So we're going to see how all of that goes. Bourbon Badger says, when's the next drop?
Man,
it has not yet been officially announced, but it appears as though there's a really strong chance, not promising anything yet. We are waiting on a couple of things to arrive that I think are going to be there, but it looks like early November. Wow. Or, first couple of weeks in November. I don't know why my stream health is poor over there, though.
Ooh. Have bad internet?
Oh.
Do we have
I don't know. Is the stream coming through good for y'all? Let me know. I'm not going to change anything if it's working. My computer did take quite a fall.
Yes,
but it looks like it's not on Wi-Fi. It looks like it is plugged in. So, okay, YouTube's just telling me it's poor quality, that I'm streaming at the wrong resolution or something. So, all good. Oh, now, are super chats coming in? I don't see them. Anyway, I'll read the super chats. Apparently, they're not going to show up on the screen this evening. So, Tim Lewis says, why are you fighting off glasses? I had a doctor's appointment today. I told the doctor, I'm freaking blind. I probably need to get some glasses. And he said he would refer me to somebody, and then we never talked about it again.
Yeah.
I had about 6 things to talk to him about, all pretty good, and then I didn't follow up on that. So he was working on a referral on some other things, and so I think I'll probably be 4-eyed pretty soon.
It's okay.
Live is crashing.
Uh-oh.
Lord have mercy. Is it crashing for everybody, or is it just him? This is exactly the same setting we've been streaming on forever. Looks good. It's fine. No crash. All right, now y'all throwing me off. We're just going to keep hanging out. Y'all just start yelling at me if it starts messing up, okay? And I probably won't be able to read it because I don't have glasses. But if you get a chance to try one of these, especially this particular Fred Minnick pick, I've got some Leipers Fork stuff. It's good. It's craft good, but it's good. This is craft exceptional. You got to go get pizza?
I got to go check.
Keep them entertained, TJ. Keep them entertained.
I'm not talking if this is here, right?
You are good. I need to probably just turn this off, though, so I'm not, doubling up on folks. Probably what I need to do. When's the Maryland hunt video coming? Probably soon. What did we just drop? South Carolina dropped. So I would think Maryland would be the next one this Friday. I think so. I think the Baltimore hunt is next. Chief T-Bird says, hi, Brewzle, love your channel. When you compare your favorite bourbon, what's the common theme? For me, the bourbons I like the best are going to be ones that have some complexity to them. That's what I'm looking for. Now, sometimes, like this Leipers Fork we were just trying, not a ton of complexity on that. Like it is a really good bourbon. It's a little bit one note, but the one note is exceptional, right? So sometimes you just got that. Like it's got that kind of really sweet caramel raisin flavor, and it is just all that all the time, and it's really good. The ones that I just absolutely fall in love with are ones that have 3 distinct phases, right? You get something up front right off the bat, and then you get something as you're consuming it, and then it leaves you with a finish that has some different flavors on it as well. So if it has 3 seasons, if you will, and all of those seasons are great, then I'm going to think it's out of this world. Kyle Jett says he's 35 minutes from Leipers Fork. How is the bourbon behind you organized, Hydro says. It's not really. I've kind of grouped them by distilleries, but it's not super organized. That's about all. I do need a Dr. Pepper sponsorship. Like, no, Dr. Pepper, what? They're really missing the ball here, aren't they? Beach Sand says, I wish I could have made it to the festival. Working 2 jobs and a YouTube channel keeps you busy. Absolutely, Beach Sand, but I appreciate the sentiment, and hopefully next year. So I think we're going to try to do it again next year. We were debating waiting a year and then doing it in the spring the following year so we don't have to compete with football season around here. But honestly, it was so good. The weather was so good. Like, everything was so perfect. We'll probably do it again next fall. And that'll give us time to barrel age more beers and do more things. And really, now that we kind of know what we're doing and what we're up against, we can take it up about 10 degrees. So hopefully that'll allow us to have an even better, more organized festival with more activities and things to do. Jonah, hello from North Carolina. Appreciate the first super chat and the support there, Jonah. Thank you for joining us this evening. Latino Batman, what was that? Got you into bourbon. Really, I was just looking for something different than beer. Like, I'm not a huge beer guy. I like beer, but I'm not like going into all sorts of craft beers and IPAs and all of that. So I was looking for something a little different, and really just started getting into bourbon a little bit and found that bourbon was a social hobby. And I was just looking to expand my social circle, right? I was looking to have more friends and do more things and find something I had in common with other folks. Found Weller Antique 107 in that, in that same time frame that just really showed me how great bourbon could be, and I just went into it hard. Do the gambles ever gamble? I take calculated risk. I might play some cards every once in a while, but not a ton, Robbie. Not a ton. And honestly, if I play cards, I don't consider it gambling. Just consider it taking money from suckers. Nick Foles, did you sell out of all your whiskey? No, we had a bunch of it. I don't have numbers. God, that's so good. It just gets better as it gets to the bottom of the glass. I don't have numbers on how many we sold as of yet, but it was quite a few. I mean, I signed at least 100 plus of them. But we had, I think we're expecting over 1,000. They're not even done bottling them. But they weighed them, like most of these distilleries can weigh what they're bottling and give you within a case for sure, within a couple of bottles usually, of how many you're going to have. So we had over 1,000 of them. I would think at most we sold a few hundred. Could be, could be 400, could be 200. Don't really know. What's my go-to cheaper bottle? Bottles you can get regularly that are fairly affordable. I mean, obviously, if you could grab a Buffalo Trace, great. The Benchmark stuff's fantastic. I like an Evan Williams Bonded. Not as much now as I used to, right? I'm looking for a little more than it gives me these days, but traditionally, really solid bottle. Paul from Alaska in the house. Nice. If do it again next fall, won't miss it. Thank you. And if y'all tried the Oak Bowery stuff, let me know how it is. Honest reviews. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I know there's going to be some folks that don't like it. Not everything is for everybody. So, OGD 114, that's an excellent cheap pour. When will you foray into peated Scotch? I will not, but when Jill gets back, we are going to try a single malt over here. Maybe my favorite single malt on the planet. And that's from vast experience of maybe trying 20 or 30 single malts. Do I like Glenfiddich 12-year Scotch? I'm pretty sure I've had that one. I don't know. I'm looking to see if I have it on my bar. I don't think I own that one, but the answer would almost definitely be no. Just not a Scotch guy. Just don't like Scotch at all, really. It is not a Westwards, I don't think. Here, what have we got? What's the brand? Oh no, it's so good though. Like it's still got a little bit of that single maltedness that I don't like, but it's a finished single malt that covers it up really well, and just like that single malt just blends with the finish and it is so freaking beautiful. Nikki with the monster super chat and no message whatsoever. Well, Nikki, if you meant to leave a message, you don't have to super chat it again. Just post it in here. I'll be sure to read it, and thank you for the support. Do I need a master distiller? Who knows, at some point I might, but right now I don't. I don't right now. What bourbon do you recommend for $100-ish? I don't know, man. If I had $100-ish, like a Weller Antique, I can usually get on the secondary market for that. So that, like, the best thing I can get for $100 is probably going to be Weller Antique. Releasing the rest of the first batch to Patron. Yeah, so we'll have some for sale at John Emerald Distillery here in Opelika because they produced it for us. The rest of it will be sent to the Brewzle Club. If you're in Patron, we'll post notifications of when that will release. I don't think that'll be it won't be in the next release because that's coming up sooner rather than later. It's going to take us a month or two to get distribution because he's got to get distribution in Texas and then send the whiskey. And it usually takes a month or so to get distribution sorted and everything cleared. So it's going to take a little while, but yes, the remaining stuff will be sent to the Brewzle Club. Any intel on Maker's Mark Cellar, Nikki? I tried this year's and did not like it at all. Like, don't even want a bottle. That's how much I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Last year's was really good. I like last year's. This year's, don't even care for it. So hopefully that answers your question. Like you may like it. I thought the Heart release was considerably better. Did you turn it on? Nope. You gotta hold this button down right here. There you go. You should be back online. If Jill's not back online, let
me know. Pizza catastrophe.
What was it?
They actually ended up delivering it to another address that had an order on on our road. Yep.
And they delivered their pizza here?
No, they delivered our pizza there, so now they're remaking ours, and there'll be 30 to 45 more minutes.
Did they come to the door and tell you that? Okay, so the dogs were just barking at nothing.
No, he was in the driveway. He just sat there for a while.
Looking for the pizza and couldn't find it?
I don't know what he was doing. Anyway.
Wonder where their pizza went. I guess he just gave them all.
I don't know what happened.
Beautiful.
Basically, we're getting new pizza, and it'll be here later.
Should be free.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
Oh, complain. They'll give it to you. Mason, can I send sealed bottles for you to try? If it's a fresh 750 milliliter sealed bottle, yes, send us an email, support@brewzle.com. I have not had Little Book Chapter 8, but I've heard really, really good things about it. Can you tell Kylie I need as many bottles as you? Johnny. So Kylie, listen.
Kylie, he needs...
Johnny seems like a nice fella, okay? He's in here supporting the channel. He's hanging out. Whiskey is a very healthy hobby. And so if he wants to increase his selection, as long as he's opening them and drinking them and he's sharing it and he's building his, he's building his community around himself and hanging out with like-minded folks, it's a very healthy hobby. As long as he's not over-consuming or getting stupid with it, if he can afford it, let him pick up a few extra bottles. Lighten up a little bit, Kylie. It's a healthy thing. And, your network is your net worth. So get to know more people.
Game.
It will enrich your life. So hopefully that was good. Hopefully, Johnny, that helped. Okay, just clip that for me. Clip that. Bad Wolf, 1 bottle to rule them all for my wedding party. Wedding party. So problem is, like wedding party, you probably don't want to go too hard with proof. So you probably want to dial that back just a little bit. But you want something elevated, really nice. I would say that Heaven Hill 18 would be really nice. The VVS Old Fitz, if you can get it, would be the one I would go for this year. Because those are 2 of the best bottles this year, for sure. Tim Lewis says, have you seen the Jim Beam Double Oaked? I haven't yet, Tim, excuse me. Have not seen the Jim Beam Double Oaked, Tim. I'm sure on a future hunt I will grab one. We haven't been hunting much. All the hunts that are out now I filmed a month or so ago, and I wasn't looking for Jim Beam Double Oaked at that time. I am now, but I'm not hunting right now because we've been working on the festival. So I'm sure we'll be hunting here pretty soon. We'll find one. Marcos, late to the party. Congratulations on your success. Thank you, Marcos. And we would not be near as successful if we didn't have an awful lot of wonderful folks like y'all watching us. So it's a community success. We just happen to be the folks on camera. Adriana, Jill, I'm so happy you're wearing my shirt.
Yes. Girls
Right
and Glens. They
Look at
gave me
that.
this shirt at the event.
Is it on the back? Oh, it says Girls and Glens on the back.
Yeah, and I think my sister, Brooke, she talked to them afterwards, and she just raved about how sweet they were, because she got to spend more time with
Your
people
evil
than I
twin?
did. Yeah, my evil twin.
So many people came up to Jill's
Yeah.
sister, just gave her a hug,
They thought she was me.
Yeah, thought she was Jill. It's that, like, if you've not seen you in person,
Yeah.
it's fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's fair. So not too
Off.
yeah, not too off.
Yeah, not too off.
FOB just picked up a Willet Green Top today for $80. Couldn't pass it up, especially after your last video. Want to trade. Now, the problem is you picked up a Willet Green Top that's a 4-year.
Yep.
And I was looking at a 7-year. So the 4-year is pretty good. I like the 4-year. But it is not that 7-year. I've never had one that old. I thought somebody texted me that somebody was bringing me one. I thought at the festival, a 7-year Green Top. I didn't run into them. But it was pretty busy. It was pretty busy. At the festival. So
Yeah, it was Adriana and Sebastian.
there you go. All right, in about 8 minutes, we are going to do the first ever barrel pick battle. That's what I'm trying to find the
Barrel
words
pick
there. The
battle.
words will not come to mind. The first ever barrel pick, Brewzle's barrel pick battle. We're going to get all the bees.
All the bees.
All the bees in there.
Brewzle's
Bourbon barrel pick battle.
Okay, let's add.
Brewzle's
How many more bees?
Brewzle's barrel pick bourbon battle.
That's enough.
May not always be bourbon though. So we are going to do a barrel pick
That's
battle. We have some Yellowstone barrel picks. I'm going to try 3. I'm going to blind them, and then I'm going to take y'all in there with me, and we're dumping the other 2 into the infinity barrel. I got to find the pit of despair. The barrel of despair.
No. Why is it despair?
I don't know. We're going to find something fun to do with that barrel once it gets full. So, Jim Phillips says, have you ever hunted in Ohio? We did. We did the Dayton hunt. So just barely. I'm sure we'll get into Ohio more. We were going to try to get up to Columbus and do some stuff with the distilleries Middle West. And their name is right there on my tongue. I can picture their logo, and then their name escapes me. Y'all have to forgive me, though. I'm still exhausted.
He's tired.
Still
We're all
exhausted,
tired.
But like, what's the
We're
other
still
one?
very, very tired.
I apologize for not remembering their name. I know what it is. Y'all gonna tell me what it is. What's the other one in Columbus?
I can't think.
I'm
of
not
anything right
leaving.
now.
I'm not stopping until I find this out.
Watershed.
Watershed. Dang it. There you go. There you go.
I didn't come up with that.
So,
That was the only.
I know.
That was all
I know.
them. I did not come up with that.
Luckily, this is not in 8K, or y'all be able to see my bloodshot, burning eyes. Okay.
I told somebody today I'm not tired yet.
No. I slept great last night. I still got days of great sleep to catch
but so
up.
like after this, after all the festivities we had on Friday and Saturday, you would think that we rested on Sunday. We did not. My nephew proposed, so we were all like,
I had to go deal with that nonsense.
We had to go and do all that, which was not nonsense. It was beautiful and amazing, and congratulations. But it was like a long weekend. We had an insanely long weekend.
Garth with the monster super chat. Thank you for the support, Garth. He leaves a monster super chat, and then I just call him Goth, I think. Sorry about that, Garth.
Thank you for that. That's amazing.
Garth, appreciate the support. The festival was amazing. I want to shout out Jill and Will and all the others behind the scenes that made the festival amazing. I also have to say John Emerald has changed my opinion on their product when I tried their rum and single malt. And honestly, that's 2 of their better products, right? Like their bourbon is sourced and you know, it's you know, they do some rapid aging on it and things, but they've got their own bourbon they're working on. It's still years out.
And it's going to be amazing.
And it's going to be good when they figure it out, but it just takes years to figure that out. So great distillery, great folks there. The volunteers at the festival were amazing. I was going to talk about the festival, and then you left to go deal with the pizza disaster. But we'll talk about the festival, and then we'll do this Brewzle barrel pick battle.
Someone said the battle of the, what was it? I missed it. The battle of the, where'd it go?
I don't know. We'll get back to it. Somebody will post it again.
Yeah.
But the volunteers were what made the festival
Yes.
so easy day of, right? 'Cause,
Absolutely.
like Jill and I are, we want to go around, we want to socialize. A lot of folks came into town to hang out with us, and we want to spend as much time with them as we can. And we just had countless people volunteer to help out. And we had enough people to where hopefully most of them, I mean, some of them got roped into pretty intensive jobs, but most of them were able to enjoy themselves and help because we had so many volunteers to do things. So it seemed to go really, really smooth, smoother than we deserve with the level of knowledge of planning of a festival like that. We had a couple of issues, nothing major. Some sound issues. We did have some sound issues that were worked out, but we had to tweak those things. We also had one food truck back out the night before when we had no chance to replace them, and so the lines were a little long for the food trucks. But luckily, there's like 4 or 5 restaurants within a 2-block walk.
But I don't know if
Red
everybody
Clay
knew
sold
that.
out of pizza.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody knew that for sure. So
I mean, there are definitely things we need to improve on.
we need more food, but we had 3 food trucks. That would have been perfect. It would have been exactly enough. But little things like that, outside of our control. Those were the only issues that we saw. Now, there may be some others, and let us know about those. We want feedback because we are already starting to, plan and think about what the next one looks like while all of this is fresh on our minds. Tim says, shout out to the La Quinta and Opelika for hosting 2 nights of bottle shares.
Oh, wow.
And Old Dom for attending. Yeah, I hear the bottle shares were wild. I wish I could have made it to them.
I know.
Unfortunately, like we were Friday night, we had some of the distillers and some of the volunteers here at the house, and that ran late. And then Saturday, like I didn't get into bed after the festival like 1:30. So I wasn't going to make it to any bottle shares.
because
Like we still had to break down the entire
we had to
festival,
break it down.
that night. So we, luckily we had a bunch of volunteers there to help with that as well. So it went well, but like I literally didn't get home till 1. So I wished I could have made it to those. Maybe next time I can try to plan some time to do that, or maybe I can't. History Nerds Band Cave had a great time at the festival. Enjoyed meeting TJ. VIP ticket was well worth the price. Bought an Oak Bowery bottle because it was delicious.
Yay!
Good to
Thank
hear
you.
that, History Nerds Man Cave.
And your
I saw
video was awesome.
We watched your video
Did a good
this
job.
morning. Haven't had a time to comment on it, but we were watching it on my phone earlier today. And thank you for the interview, and thank you for coming out and for the kind words. James with the $10 super chat. Where's the 63 SS? 63 Impala is up in my garage right now, needing me to give it some TLC and some love to finish it up and drive it around. It's surrounded by distillery equipment at this point, so I'm running out of garage space.
There's a lot of stuff in that garage right now.
We'll get to it. I don't know when I'll get to it. It won't be this year, that's for sure. It probably needs 3 weekends worth of piddling on it, and it would be a running, driving car, but I just don't have those 3 weekends to give it. Cast Iron says, have you reviewed a Russell's 15? I think we tried it on the stream. One of the best bottles I've had this year. Absolutely love it. So Maggie was showing off. She was hanging out there at the festival. All right, let's do the first ever official Brewzle Bourbon Barrel Pick Battle. That's still not right. We got to work on that. But we have some Yellowstones. Now, all of these have been opened. All of these have some oxygen on them. So they all should be a fair battle. And the winner we are going to keep, and if anybody sends me another, or if I buy one on the road, another Yellowstone pick, we will compete against the winner of this one, and losers will just continue to get dumped into the infinity barrel until it's full, and then we'll do something fun with it. So if you happen to have a Yellowstone pick you think could beat the one that I have, send me an email, support@brewzle.com, and we'll see what we can do about featuring it in a future battle.
Okay, I keep seeing this, and I have to say something. I guess apparently next year when we do this festival, we have to go and figure out what's happening at the La Quinta fire pit, because apparently it was deadly. It was like probably still going apparently at this point.
Okay.
Fire pit at the La Quinta, like probably outside.
It was good, like a good fire pit?
I'm sure there's some, like a good bottle share happened around the fire pit.
Awesome.
Who's
thinking. Barrel picks? Greg, this could be any barrel pick I've come across or somebody sent me or I bought. Doesn't matter. We'll have some of ours in here, as well, because like really what it boils down to is we have to thin out the herd. We're getting too many bottles, and there's no need to have 3 or 4 or 5 barrel picks. What I need to have is the best of the barrel picks, and the rest of them can get gone. And so this is that opportunity to do something fun and thin out the herd on barrel picks. So barrel pick number 1 is hand-selected by NTS Liquor Cantina Soul. And I'm not sure where that is. If anybody know NT's Liquor, NT. I know the name. I can't remember where they're at. This one is 115 proof, as I think all of these are going to be. So, option 1, NT's.
Now, does this have anything to do with actual, like, Yellowstone?
No.
No.
Yes.
Like the park.
Same name.
Like the national park.
This one right here was actually one of our misfit picks on a previous drop. And this is the Bourbon Enthusiast pick right here. So, another content creator there. And then option 3 says, pray like hell and hold on. And it was picked by Liquor and Wine of the Smokies.
Someone's asking.
This one's 119 proof. I didn't get the proof on this one.
Blake is asking, isn't it MGP juice?
115, 119. Is it MGP juice? I know they were doing MGP juice. Let me see if this one officially says distilled and aged in Kentucky. So this one is not MGP juice. I don't know if all of these say that.
It's a 7th generation family distillery.
In Kentucky.
That's awesome.
So Jill is going to blind these for me. I've got 3 letters here, Jill, so we don't have to worry about what.
You don't want
Did you
my
grab one of my letter
shenanigans.
glasses?
I did not.
What happened to the 3rd letter glass? I had
do
a
not
3rd
know.
letter glass eye here. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. Okay. Yeah, we don't need any of your shenanigans. Sean says, much love, brother. Good luck with everything. You deserve more subscribers. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. I'm going to see if I can figure out why the super chats are not showing up on the screen while Jill blinds these real quick.
Yellowstone. Kyle says Yellowstone is done by one of the Beam family.
There
Go
you go.
Chiefs, Luke. Go Chiefs. Chiefs has a bye week this week. So, and I did see that they were at a game, but it's like, what, baseball? I think they're at a baseball game.
Hey, hold on just a second, Jill.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Yeah. My laptop is actually dead. And so I need to grab my laptop cord to check on the super chat issue. I'm sure my scripts have just shut down for some reason or another.
Gotcha.
Over on If This Then That.
All right, so now I can do it.
Go for it.
It's really hard to see which one of these is which, though, so we'll have to do a little bit better of a photography situation,
Take a close up, baby.
I guess.
Close up.
Close up.
Y'all may notice, may not notice on the shelf back there, but we lost some really solid bottles this weekend. Having a bunch of people over. By lost, I mean they got drank. The William LaRue got drank. The Blanton's Gold is in here empty. The Blanton Straight from the Barrel is now empty. The William LaRue, Pappy Van Winkle 15, Blanton's Gold, Blanton Straight from the Barrel, Rock Hill Farms, all now empty bottles. And I guess somebody took my Van Winkle 15 bottle because I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. So I guess somebody decided to take a souvenir with them. Which is, you know, I mean, it's not cool. Somebody should at least ask, right? It may be laying around here somewhere. This place, you'll see when we dump these into the barrel pick or the infinity barrel, it's still pretty freaking, we're still pretty freaking messy in here. We got it all cleaned up, but then unfortunately, or fortunately, we had a party. I don't know why my super chat's not showing up. Are you keeping them entertained, Jill?
No, I thought you were.
Look at you.
I told you it's hard for me to talk and do this. So, I'm
Well-
taking pictures of bottles and letting everybody know that I have no shenanigans tonight.
None
Here we
whatsoever.
go. You really can't read any of these, but I took pictures, so I promise nothing bad happened. All right, you ready?
Yep. I think I figured out why the super chats aren't working, which may fix.
Not Mark says, Jill, I could tell you that was your sister at the VIP check-in. Yes, that was my sister. For anybody that was there and you came in through the check-in at the actual, like where the VIP space was, then that was my sister. And my daughter was there also too, and my niece. It was a whole family affair.
All right, you ready, Jill?
I'm ready. Ready.
Awesome. We'll see if now the super chat thing works. Maybe it does. For some reason or another, my applet's on if this, then that. So for those that are technical nerds like myself, when a super chat comes in, I have a if this, then that applet that looks for it, throws it in a Google Sheet, then the streaming rig looks for it and triggers all the fancy things that are going on here. So,
gotcha. Darth
so
said the best
function.
Yellowstone store pick I have had was the perfect oaky peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. Wow.
Edwin, traveling to Fest from West Virginia, super impressed. You and Jill are such nice people. My wife Leah loved meeting Jill and now wants to move to Alabama. So we absolutely love Opelika ourselves. Nice little small town, not too big. So
Yes, I'm telling you, that happens when you come visit Opelika. You're like, I think I could move to Alabama.
it's pretty, like 3.5 hours you're at the beach on the Gulf Coast. 4 hours you could be in the mountains. In Atlanta in 2 hours. Like it's just, you've got a lot of things around here. Like you don't have a ton of options, but you got one of just about anything you need. You got Montgomery Shakespeare Festival. If you want a little culture, there's some museums.
Oh, we have the
Songwriters Festival here every year.
Yeah.
Like there's all sorts of cool things going on.
we also have the Jules Collins Museum.
Yeah.
We have the, what is the?
The Googe Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
Yep.
You missed
Too many
one.
hours to Disney.
It's only what 6 or 8 to Disney. Not that bad.
Ron's Life, will you ever do content with SLB YouTube channel? I'm not opposed to it, you know, if we have the opportunity. Most of their stuff is there in their facility, and mine is just kind of moving around, so we just haven't crossed paths yet, but they seem like really, really nice folks. Haven't met them yet in person. What's a good bottle in the $50 area for a beginner? I would just start cheaper, man. I would buy 2 or 3 bottles. Buy some Benchmark, buy a Wild Turkey 101. That's going to cost you about 40-something bucks there. Try those. All right, so we're going to do this Yellowstone blind.
Yes. Man. Whatever that was you had earlier was good.
The Leipers 4? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We've got 3 new things to try over here after this,
okay.
too. So that's got a little bit of a drying on the palate. Quintessential Yellowstone there. Really nice pick.
This one?
This one?
Oh, that one.
This one? These are just like, Yellowstone's just really kind of caramel oak all the way through for me. And that is very much that. Just a hint of nuttiness on the finish. A little bit of a drying effect with that particular one, but it's not off-putting, I should say. If I want to put my pinky up and be fancy, it's not off-putting at all.
Is it not?
This one smells a little better. A little more caramel, some darker sugars, almost a cola, not quite what I would consider a cola note, but like, just like dark brown sugar and caramel.
Yeah, everybody I talked to at the festival really were really impressed with Opelika. Like Opelika is a beautiful town to live in, and I'm so glad that everybody enjoyed it and got to see a little bit of our little sweet town.
I think Opelika showed really well.
Yeah, they did.
You know, you got dough right there. A lot of folks were going over there and ordering pizzas. Fantastic pizza joint. Good Mexican restaurant down the street there.
Stinson's Bakery.
Stinson's Bakery was so good. I went by there today, but they were closed. They closed on Mondays.
Yeah. Of course, Red Clay and John Emerald.
Oh, this is going to be difficult. This is going to be
difficult. I think everybody got to see a little bit of our little sweet town.
Marco says, what's your take on the Knob Creek Rye? I'm getting ahead. It's going to show up there here in a minute. But what's your take on Knob Creek Rye? Thought it was okay. It's not better than the bourbon or the rye. So you just blended two things together. It's a thing that I think just doesn't need to exist.
Where are you going? So I live close, but next year I'm staying at La Quinta. I think, okay, La
Maybe
Quinta.
me too. Maybe me too.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to hold all these people
I
next
hear that
year.
La Quinta was fire.
Apparently. All of our crew is going to be like, hey, next year, Joe, get La Quinta.
Man, this is so good. Oh, see. Got it fixed. So these are very similar. This one is kind of the oddball. I'm going to go back through them, though, just to give it a fair shake. Y'all let me know in the chat, do you like Yellowstones? Do you have Yellowstones? Do you buy a lot of Yellowstones pick? A lot of Yellowstone picks?
Seth said we have a great Office Depot and Hobby Lobby. Wonderful staff. He spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, a weekend trip instead of a day trip, I think, would be good. And if you're into history, Horseshoe Bend National Military Park north of here, where Andrew Jackson just completely slaughtered a bunch of Creek Indians, is, you know, a great visit. Not a great story necessarily, but, you know, it's kind of the Creek Indians' last stand is just about an hour north of here. So you've got some cool stuff there. Chewacla State Park out here has some fun activities, beautiful waterfall if you like walking down very steep hills, which I don't mind walking down steep hills. What I don't like is walking back up steep hills. But there's a lot of fun activities around.
Brandon said Opelika was a wonderful location for the festival. Him and Mary. We loved getting to see you guys.
Okay. This one's good. It's different, and I don't like the different as much as these two. It has a little bit, it's almost a little bit of a doughiness. Like it's kind of a dry oak that almost tastes a little bit like a doughiness. It's not that one.
I know, I was just
Okay.
smelling.
I just thought you wanted to try it. It's still good. This is still a really good pick. We are splitting hairs, especially between these two, because these two I feel like are pretty close to equal with very subtle differences. And so I've got to determine which of those subtle differences I'm more in love with. Ooh, Garth got into
I was
botanic.
going to say, Garth got into botanic. You got a good pick there, Garth. Botanics is amazing. And if you didn't get to go to Botanics this time, next year, make sure like a couple of months ahead of time, you go ahead and like get your reservation. It's hard to get one there. It is an absolutely fantastic experience. Beautiful place. Also the Hound. We love the Hound. Also, someone mentioned Zazu's. Zazu's is awesome. The Irish Bread Pub downtown is awesome. Jefferson's. Laredo's.
Everything's awesome. Everything's awesome. Just name them. Just everything's
Laredo's
awesome.
is
Just
our
gonna name
favorite
every
Mexican place.
We got the best McDonald's.
No, not
Try
the one,
that one, Jill.
Not the one on.
Try that one. That's amazing right there. That one is amazing. Exercise is good, but it's a steep, steep hill. Oh, the pinball place was cool. They got a little bar in the back. They do karaoke during the week. It's a lot of fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one is the best. B is the best, followed closely by A, and a little bit distance on D. So B right there is the winner, and the other two are getting dumped. Oh,
I cannot agree with you, Anthony. The cream, I can't do a cream soda, Dr. Pepper. No.
Oh, no. Who would do that? Oh, Edwin got a freaking Weller 12 at the cigar bar. I didn't even know they sold whiskey. I bourbon hunt all over the country. I didn't know the cigar bar sold whiskey. Like whole bottles. I knew they pour. I didn't know they would actually sell full bottles. No freaking clue. All right, Jill, which one's B? Actually, tell me which one's D.
I was still tasting them.
You can continue drinking them all you want.
I will. All right, D.
D.
Was the Frey one.
Okay, hand me the Frey one. It's the one's got a white sticker on the side of it.
Was this one.
Okay, so this one was a liquor and wine of the Smokies. This was their pick right here that finished in last place. An excellent bottle. Like, this is an excellent bottle. It just doesn't have the crisp and refined kind of dark sugar flavors of B. So which one was A?
A was the Bourbon Enthusiast.
Yeah, this one was a very close race here. This one was a really nice bottle. If you had this bottle, you would be satisfied with it. This is a really, really good pick.
And this one was NTS.
So NTs.
NTs.
NTs is
the winner.
The first ever Brewzle Blind Bourbon Barrel Pick Challenge.
Yeah,
Nailed it right there. That's the name right there. Brewzle's Blind Barrel Pick. It doesn't always have to be bourbon, though. So, anyway, we got it. We good.
Timothy said, TJ and Jill, under all that festival pressure, you were both so wonderful to everyone. Well, we really appreciate that because we really tried hard. And it was, I'm not going to lie, that was a lot of pressure.
There was no pressure.
And I think getting ready for it that day, once it started, everything was like, at that point, I was like, okay, well, whatever we've done is what we can do. Now let's just go have fun and meet people. And that was at the point where I could actually just finally breathe and go and just have fun and meet people.
All right, Jill, you going to record me dumping these?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to have to switch cameras. The
our house is a mess out there.
The house is a mess. Okay, we had a party.
Sorry.
We had a party.
Haven't cleaned up yet.
Then we had a festival the next day.
And then a proposal.
And then we had to break down the festival. And then, the house is, it's not that bad. It's a little bit of a mess, okay? So don't be judging in there.
Judgy.
Also, when I switch to this camera, audio's going to suck for a second or two. Okay, we should have the audio fixed, and now this is y'all. This is Jill right here. She is recording. Let's go, Jill. Can you see what you're recording?
I see you.
You see me. Bring it on right here, babe. Bring it on. Let's go in here to the infinity barrel right here in the atrium.
There it is.
It's got its little place for now. This is not a permanent situation, but we are going to drop these into the infinity barrel. Now the problem is we don't have, there's not enough whiskey in here yet to actually, I can't reach it with my whiskey thief. My thief is a little short. I'm sure y'all can relate. We get more whiskey in there, it'll work a little better, but this one is getting dumped into the barrel. Now I took and I dumped all of my media samples and everything like that in here, so there is quite a bit. All the media samples, all the barrel pick samples, everything. Rye, bourbon, finished whiskey, everything that is not a single malt or something like that is going to get dumped into here. I even dumped what was left of some of those Oak Bowery bottles that we were pouring samples of. And this one is the Bourbon Enthusiast pick. I do have to get a new bung. My bung has split right here. If anybody has ever had a split bung, please seek emergency medical assistance. All right, Jill, after you. All righty, let's get back over to right here. Hopefully y'all can see and hear us there.
I don't know what to do with that.
So,
Here
we go.
Oh.
All right, so got that barrel is a high rye bourbon barrel from Old Dominic. So I expect it to, we're not going to get a lot of aging on that. Don't expect that, right? Because it's going to be in an air-conditioned space. It's 68 degrees in this basement at all freaking time. So you're just not going to get a lot of aging. But it'll blend together. It'll get a little aging maybe. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with that and what fun things we come up to do with that whiskey when it finally does get pretty close to full. And when folks come over, if we have folks over, if we do stuff, we might allow people to thief out some bottles and, just have fun. So this is the winner of the first ever Brewzle blind barrel pick battle. We'll do some graphics and stuff, so I won't have to say that every time. And again, this is NT's liquor. And I'm like, where was NT's
Really good.
at? I remember NT's. Was NT's in Michigan? Was that Michigan pick?
Baby, we've been so many places, I can't.
I know NT's. I know NT's.
I remember like that
NT's
name.
Liquor, Cantina Soul. Like I know, I think it was NT's. NT's wasn't the chicken finger place, was it?
Y'all let us know if y'all know.
that the
'Cause
chicken
we
finger
can't literally remember anything at the moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
And he's trying to get me to go on another month-long situation.
So this is if somebody has a Yellowstone they think could beat this,
Send it in.
send an email to support@brewzle.com, and you will find yourself in a battle. Brewzle's Blind Barrel Pick Whiskey Battle.
There we go.
BPPWB.
BB.
JLBNT3 dropped a super chat while we were heading outside. Says, have you tried the Hochatown bourbon from Oklahoma yet? Yes, but I do not recall. Is it Tupelo?
Darth said it's in Tupelo, Mississippi.
That's what it was. Yes, that's the Tupelo, Mississippi. One of our early bourbon hunts right there.
Was that when you were on your way to Branson?
Yep, that was one of our early, like when we really just started doing bourbon hunts. We pulled that one, and that's a good one there. So we've got a few new things to try, okay? I'm going to let Jill try something she's never had. I want you to close your eyes. And I'm not going to tell you what this is. You ain't got to close your eyes. I'm just not going to tell you what it is. I want you to try it, and I want you to give me your honest thoughts on that bottle right there. You can open your eyes. You've never had this before.
Never had it.
Ever.
Yep. Grant said NT's is in Tupelo. So.
It smells so good. Give me your tasting notes, Jill.
Okay.
But I'll break out that Hochatown here in just a little bit after we've tried these. Sebastian, that barrel-aged cherry cider was fire for sure. That was out of this world good. I think they still have a little bit left. I could be wrong. That might be the one that sold out because it was definitely the most popular one. They were supposed to have plastic growlers so people could just take a bunch of it home with them. Unfortunately, they did not arrive in time. So they just had their expensive growlers that you have to buy. All right, while Jill's working on that, party up. Have you tried more of the Costco Kirkland signature stuff? I have not. Party up. Haven't had a lot of that. I think I have one bottle or so somewhere that somebody gave me, or I bought it somewhere that wasn't Costco, I think is what it was. I just, it was okay. What do you think?
I mean, this is just initial first.
Sure.
It's really okay, so this is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I could be completely off. I'm thinking like that is the best Scotch tasting thing I've ever had.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
This was a bottle that was sent to us by the manufacturer. This is Courage and Conviction. Okay, this is an American single malt from Virginia Distilling Co. And this is their cuvee cask. Comes in a big fancy tube. It's just like peach tangerine.
But there's a Scotchness
single malt. Oh, it's got the single malt. It's there. The single malt is there.
But it's good. Like it's the best one I've ever had.
But I feel like the peach tangerine masks a lot, like blends really well with it. And so this is my new favorite
Scotch.
It's not technically a Scotch. It's made in Virginia.
Okay, but still.
But it is my new favorite single malt, taking the place of the Compass Box Hedonism.
I'm getting good at this.
You are extremely skilled at this.
Dang, I'm getting good.
Okay, I'm going to have to say some stuff here in a minute, bring her ego back down. She nailed it.
I'm getting good at this.
You nailed it.
Wow. You didn't expect that, did you?
No, there's no doubt that's a single malt. There's no mistaking it.
But it's a good one.
But the cuvee cask, they sent a bunch of samples. I didn't try all of them. You want to try something else from them?
Sure, but what I'm saying now,
Yeah.
what my brain just immediately went to after you said that is like, I think there's a Scotch out there for you. I think we need to go to Scotland.
You're just trying to get a freaking trip out of it. I just tried to get you to go to the West Coast. You don't want to go. Now you want to fly. You're like, I don't have time to go on a trip. Let's go to Scotland.
No, I want to go on this trip really bad, but like, I don't want to just go. Like, we only have like very barely a month, and there's a lot to see in very barely a month.
You don't have to see it all, babe.
But you're taking me to places I want to see a lot at. And so I don't know. I have to just think about it still.
Well, this cuvee cask is out of this world good for a single malt. Like, we got to bring it down.
Man.
I would still take a bourbon first.
Yeah, but this is good.
But this is the best single malt I've ever had. Like, I could actually maybe I want a second pour of this sometimes. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha Rio says my boss is going to SEMA. I need to try to talk him into letting me go. You might run into me. I'm going to be running around there somewhere. Trying to do work stuff, but maybe not. I may just be hanging out. Company trip to Scotland? Yeah, company trip with me and Jill. You can watch from home.
Oh man, you're not gonna let Seth come?
I'm not paying for Seth to come.
Man, that is good.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tommy Phillips is going to SEMA, dude. If y'all are at SEMA, like if y'all are doing something automotive, you need to hit me up. Like, send me an email, support@brewzle.com.
You did not tell me.
We do e-commerce stuff, but like, so a lot of our clients are at SEMA. We go to try to find more clients. So if y'all are at SEMA, especially if you have a booth at SEMA, then you might be a potential client. If you need e-commerce stuff, we can help you with that. I got a great team. You won't get me because I'm just going to be over here drinking, but I'll show up if that helps.
I'll show up.
I've got great folks though that are doing great things at that business.
I really like that.
Oh, this is good stuff. So we can have this in one of our drops. Now, they sent a bunch of single barrel stuff. I didn't love all the single barrel stuff, but it wasn't this. It wasn't the cuvee cask. It was just single malt stuff, and I'm not a single malt guy. So
now we got the La Quinta group.
We got to get the La Quinta.
La Quinta group wants to go to Scotland too. Like, I don't know.
This Brewzle live stream is brought to you by La Quinta.
La Quinta. Okay,
we'll
if
leave the light on for
wants
you.
To sponsor us, to take all y'all to Scotland, then sure, yeah.
We'll leave the fire pit on for you.
Man, this was really good. Like, I really like that one.
That's solid. So if you're into
Where's
single
this one
malts,
from?
Virginia Distilling.
Man.
And they, like I said, they reached out, they sent it to us. So good stuff there. We also have a couple of other things to try here before we run out of time.
Yeah, me and Mary
we
were
were
even
given
talking about
a couple
that.
of blue notes here.
Me and Mary were talking about Scotland at the event.
Here's the problem. Here's a little problem I have, and I'm just going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. This is somebody I know. This is somebody I know really well. I know this person really well. Good friends of mine. But I don't remember who gave me these. And I don't want to say who I think gave me these. A lot of people give me a lot of things. I talked to like 1,000 people this weekend. And I think I know who gave this to me, but I don't want to give them credit and it not be them. So I think that person, I saw them in the chat earlier. If you're the person that gave me these, take credit, but don't be that guy that jumps in here and says you gave them to me and then you didn't give them to me. But I think I know, but I don't want to give credit to somebody that didn't give me these. So I apologize to the person that I think I know is who gave me these bottles. Comfort didn't have no bourbon. La Quinta was someone, they told me the La Quinta. I'm thinking there was a La Quinta out on 280 head toward Columbus, right? Wasn't there like a La Quinta right there, like where you turn, like next to the tractor place? There was some sort of like Spanish motel, like, you know, it was like right next to Walk and Roll. There was like what I thought was a La Quinta. And I was like, they were telling me they were at the La Quinta, and I was like,
no, not that.
I wouldn't stay at a hotel on that exit. There's not a single hotel on that.
No.
Like, that's the best of the hotels on that exit. Still probably wouldn't stay there. But apparently this is a brand new La Quinta somewhere.
Oh, okay, yeah. So. Alex Rogers asked me, where's my shirt from? It is from a sweet girl named Adriana, and it's Girls and Glens. And I met her at the festival, and she was super sweet and gave me this shirt. And I'm wearing it tonight because I like it a lot.
Chris says, can I bring my dog to Brewzle 2025?
I mean,
as
we
long
had
as he
dogs
buys
there.
a ticket.
We had dogs there this time, and none of them were.
As long as he buys a ticket. That was a joke.
Dogs.
He's not getting any pours, okay? Yeah, it's an outdoor thing. Like, dogs are welcome. Absolutely. I mean, make sure they're well behaved, right? We can't have any dog incidents. I don't need all that. Don't be putting that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. All right, so these are the Blue Note Honey Cask finished stuff. This is the Blue Note Honey Bourbon Cask. Never tried this. First time I've tried it. And this one is going to be the Honey Rye Cask. Now, y'all go ahead right now in the chat. Help me out. Help me out here a little bit. I want y'all to tell me which of these you think I'm going to like better. And am I going to like the Honey Cask Bourbon or the Honey Rye Cask? Make your guesses. Make your wager. Somebody throw a poll up right now. Do me a favor. Hit me with a poll. I thought I saw, if I didn't make Seth mad by telling him I wasn't going to take him to Scotland. Set up a poll. Well, we got everybody rolling now, and I'm trying to get a poll set up. So looks like everybody's guessing the rye for the most. No wet dog whiskey. Maverick says, love the channel and excited to try some Oak Bowery. Got lucky and found a Coy Hill on the shelf. Lord have mercy, for $80. Congratulations to you and enjoy that. So honestly, I think if I had to guess, I'm going to like the rye better. That would be my guess. Because I think rye works better with finishes typically, but I haven't had either of these, and you never can tell. I'm going to go a heavy pour here because I think Jill's going to drink some. What is it?
Bourbon Dad said the La Quinta was great. Great hangout area and a robot that delivers items to your room. Okay, we got to go stay at the La Quinta.
I think they're just making shit up at this point. I think they're just, how absurd. What kind of hype can we get on this La Quinta?
Mary and Brandon, yes.
What?
Mary and Brandon.
That's right. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it. I thought so, but I just a lot of folks got us a lot of things. And so I just want to make sure that I gave credit to the right person. So thank you for letting me know.
Our sweet dear friends, Mary and Brandon.
I have boxes of bourbon from this weekend, just boxes of stuff. And so I just, sometimes and I'm exhausted, so my brain's a little miswired.
And I'm not sure, I don't know if I should, I don't know if they want me to mention it.
Well, then don't mention it.
Okay.
So the robot was real.
But you know what you gave me also, Brandon and Mary, and I am forever grateful for it. I love it very much. And I'm not sure you wanted me to mention that, but you know what it was, and thank you so much because it was so special. I will treasure it always.
I'm on the forefront of technology. Freaking motel robots and epic fire pits.
I'm telling you, look.
This smells fantastic.
If you weren't at Brewzle Festival this year, you better be there next year.
Apparently, if you can't get a ticket, just show up to the La Quinta.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm going to the La Quinta next year.
I am too. Happen. This is happening. I think we're just going to have the whole La Quinta. It's going to be just Brewzle.
The robot is probably a kid in a cardboard outfit. Oh, my God.
I don't know what that Matthew says I was laying it on thick. I don't know.
Your accent, probably. Jill, sometimes she gets tired. She gets a few drinks in her, and that Hackneyville starts coming out, and she starts talking just a little bit harder than she would normally,
That is so not true. I do not do that.
There's a freaking robot. There's a freaking robot over at the Quinta.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
Shoo doggy. What is it?
The Bradson La Quinta's going from a 2-star
to a 5-star after next year.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's try this Blue Note right here, Jill. Let's give it a solid review. Blue Note, this is.
Okay.
We gotta do it so they can clip it, Jill. Blue Note Honey Cask Bourbon. Rapid review right here. Rapid live stream review. Smells fantastic. Honey, caramel, oak.
I hope you don't take that because you surprised me and my face is probably whoa. Do that again.
This, I don't even remember what I was about to do. Okay, what have I got here? Blue Note Honey Cask Bourbon. This is the honey. See, I can't even do it. Now, I got it right the first time.
Don't break the bottle.
Your face messed it up, Jill.
I'm sorry. I'll just try to look normal.
This is the Blue Note Honey Cask Finished Bourbon. We are going to do a rapid live stream review. And it is definitely honey forward, oak, caramel. That is nice. Like it is honey first, which typically in a honey finished bourbon, I want a little bourbon first and honey.
Ooh.
But that is just honey and oak and caramel, like literally exactly what the nose gives you.
Oh, wow.
What are your thoughts?
That smells delicious.
Well, how does it taste?
Oh, I love that.
You think the rye's going to be better?
I don't know. I'm really starting to like rye too, but that is excellent.
Well, if you want to find out if the rye's better, you'll have to watch the next. See, I messed it up. If you want to find out if the rye's better, you'll have to watch the next. Now I can't do it because the thing's on the screen. Apparently this clipping doesn't work for us. If you want to find out if the rye's better, you'll have to watch the next review. That's really good. That's good.
Wow.
That is good. All right, Kyle C., you missed their super chat tier. Late to the stream, but festival was amazing. Flew in from CA, I guess. I can't wait to do it again next year. Staying at the La Quinta next year. Wife found a bourbon she loves from Old Soul.
Oh, awesome. Yay.
That's what it's about. That is awesome. David says, congrats on the festival. What are your thoughts on Four Roses Small Batch Select? I love Four Roses Small Batch Select. I call it my beach whiskey because if I go down the beach and they don't have a very big selection at the store I go to, they almost always have that, and I almost always grab it and enjoy it and have a good time at the beach.
At the beach.
Yep.
All right,
let's do the rye now. You want to do the rye? See if we can get a clip on this. This is the, I don't even know what I got.
Dang.
This is the Blue Note. Did I scare you?
You're going to break that bottle.
This is the Blue Note. I know what that bottle will take, okay?
Okay.
This is the Blue Note Honey Finished Rye. Let's give it a try, see if it's better than the bourbon. Little swirl job there, see what the legs look like. It sticks to the glass, drains pretty quick though, but not super high proof. Oh my God, it smells better than the bourbon.
The bourbon's pretty good.
Yeah, but this has just a little bit of rye spice on it, so you get the caramel, you get the honey, and you get the rye spice. That just popped up so they can't clip it. You get the caramel, honey, rye spice. That's good. That's good. I think, even though it follows through on that, the rye spice is a little heavier on the actual flavor than it is on the nose. This is really, really good. I think I would take the bourbon.
Interesting. Yeah, that smells delicious.
Someone said I need to get that out of here. Yep, for the clip. What do you think? You like the rye better or the bourbon?
Oh, the bourbon. That's good.
That's good. The bourbon's better, which is a shocker.
Yeah.
Somebody said we should compare it to the bee's knees. We may do that in a blind. We may do some honey finished blinds. The bee's knees is much more heavy honey forward than either of these. These are a little more subtle. Like the bee's knees has like a really heavy organic honey flavor to it, which is really, really nice. So let's see. Make sure we catch up on two. Rick says, met you and the B team at the Ben Holiday Influencer event earlier this year. Any idea if they bottled what we tasted? Excited by Will's announcement. We are also very excited by that. Excited. They have not. I think they're about to bottle the 18-barrel blend here pretty soon. So waiting on. They may be waiting. I know we were supposed to name the bottles. I don't know if we ever did that. But I'll follow up on that this week now that the festival is over with. I don't know. They definitely will not be in the next drop. We will just see if any of that arrives for. But it'll be early next year for sure before those are available. Dixie Girl, also, go Dogs.
War Eagle.
I don't know what dogs you're talking about. I don't know any dogs. Are you talking about the dogs that guy wanted to bring to the festival? Because if you want to bring those to the festival, I would say go dogs. Yes, bring those dogs to the festival. I don't know if dogs could have bourbon or not, but that's between you and your animals.
You and your animals.
Derek says couldn't make it to the festival sadly, but went to Starlight since they're close to me, and their Bloody Butcher corn bourbon might be a new favorite. I don't think we tried any Bloody Butcher from them, and I am glad we did not. 100% glad we didn't try that because we bought 11 barrels, and I don't want 12. 12 is like 11's a cutoff. That's a new high for us at one place by double almost.
Wow.
Outside of the Ben Holiday 18-barrel blend we have coming, 11 is double the number of single barrels we've ever bought at one place, and so I did not want 12 because if I would have tried that, I probably would have taken it. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody stole my Brewzle Picks delivery?
What?
First of all, what Brewzle Picks delivery showed up last Friday? Those things should have been out a long time ago. Antonio, send us an email. Like, send me an email, support@brewzle.com. Let's see what we can figure out.
And Mary said she called it and Brandon was wrong. So I guess Brandon thought we would probably like the...
I thought I would like the rye better.
Did you?
So
Yeah.
I thought I would like the rye better.
So TJ was wrong too,
But
Mary.
I was wrong too. The bourbon is where it's at. Apparently the Mets are tied 1-1 with the series with LA. I think they play baseball, which is not something I watch.
Charles said his pick shipped today.
They just shipped? I mean, I've been pretty tied up with the festival, but I will. Now, so here's the thing, though. A lot of them, like, there's still some for sale. But if you ordered, like, the drop, like, there's still some for sale. Did y'all order them late? Or did y'all order them on the drop? I'm trying to remember how long ago that was. And if
it was the day after you got back from Kansas.
Okay, well, that's not too far.
That's not too far.
It's too far.
You are losing
I don't know what day. I don't know what the day is. I don't know what the day is. Yeah. So I guess that was 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Okay, so yeah. So like take a week to ship some of them, and then a week to get places.
Okay,
that's not that bad. Okay, I don't know what day it is. Somebody asked me the other day. Somebody asked me the other day what the date was, and I was like, I don't know what month it is. Really don't. So, okay, sorry about that. But if somebody stole it, send us an email. We'll get with the retailer, see what we can figure out. Delivery was delayed. I'm out of the loop. I'm sorry. I'm out of the loop on that. I will figure it out. What's the drop? So, Ty, we release barrel picks every 2 months-ish. And we, you need to be in Patreon to find out about those and keep up to date. It is part of the Brewzle Club. We can't communicate about the barrel pick releases on Patreon itself. They don't allow that according to their terms. But Patreon is where you need to be to find out about how we communicate about those and how all those work, right?
The drop was on the 28th of September.
2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. It's
yeah.
only honestly, it feels like it feels like that drop was a month and a half ago.
It does
to me, right?
Yeah.
Like the way my life is right now. It feels like I was like, how the heck is he getting his barrels his bottles 2 months after the drop? Like that's
what I thought too. I was like, what?
Right? So
I think we were thinking
apologize.
about the previous drop.
No, I was thinking about that drop. I have aged 2 months in those 2 weeks. Okay, just so y'all know.
Yeah, it was like literally the day after you got back from Kansas.
Yeah, and then hurricane issue. Like there's a lot of things, but yeah, a lot of things. Meat says, hope the fest went amazingly. Honestly, better than we expected, better than we deserve.
We think it went great. I hope everybody else thinks it went great because we were pleasantly surprised at how well it went.
Candace says, I was one of the people sitting up front. When you poured your sample of the OB1, I will solidly stand by my rating of an 8. By the way, I was a part of the La Quinta shenanigans on both nights. Party at
Candace.
La Quinta. Honestly, at this point, I really regret missing the La Quinta shenanigans.
I'm very sad. I actually didn't even know there was a La Quinta shenanigans going on.
I did know there was a bottle share at the La Quinta.
At the La Quinta? I thought it was at
Here's the thing is we didn't get done. We didn't even get to clean up.
No.
But we didn't get done Friday night here until 12:30.
Right.
And then we didn't get done Saturday until after 1.
Yeah.
And we were done both times. Like there was no way I could go out Friday night later than the 12:30 or 1 o'clock I got in bed. Because then we had to get up and work. You know, we had to be up there at 9 o'clock we started loading stuff at 9 o'clock to try to make the festival work. So I couldn't make it, but I will try to get further ahead next time to make it to the La Quinta.
Krusty's House of Bourbon said, Jill, did your pizza show up? Yes. My daughter texted me that she found it at the front door. So it was there. It finally got here, and they can eat, and we're good parents still. We fed our kids.
This, like the rye is good, but that Blue Note bourbon.
Yeah, that's really good.
Man, that's solid stuff right there.
Is your 18-barrel blend from Holiday going to be similar to the Bourbon Lore blend?
Well, the Bourbon Lore, we did a blind at the festival, and honestly, by the time we did that, my palate was shot. I'd been sampling everybody's stuff, but so I didn't even pick it up as Holiday. Like normally, if I try Holiday, I know what I'm trying, and when I tried that, I was like, this is vaguely familiar, and the Bourbon Lore won that blind.
Yep, it did.
But ours, I mean, it's 18 barrels in that regards. Ours all come from a rick house that they have not released anything from. So everything they've got has been coming from Rick House C, I believe. I believe Rick House A is now offices. Rick House C is where they started. Rick House B is one that was, that they haven't released anything from. All 18 of our barrels came from Rick House B, which we're affectionately dubbing Rick House Brewzle at this point. So it's going to be, I feel like it has a little more oak on it than most of the Ben Holiday stuff that I've had. Now I need to have a bottle here to compare it against that. We will see. Not sure. I'm not sure. I think it'll be a little bit different than a normal Ben Holiday. Is it better than the Bourbon Lore? Is it not? Honestly, until I have a bottle to compare it, we tried it there. We loved it. But I haven't been able to try it side by side. So
Tim says thoughts on a La Quinta barrel pick next year.
A La Quinta, do a pick at the La Quinta.
At the La Quinta.
Honestly, I think we should. I think we should do a La Quinta takeover.
I don't know. Max is trying to bring in the Fairfield. There was a Fairfield bottle share apparently too.
Really, multiple bottle
shares. Josh
shares.
was there from Spillway and some folks from Cathead and some of the Brewzle friends and crew. So I don't know, Fairfield.
Well, there was a lot of folks at the Fairfield.
Yeah, because
almost all the distilleries stayed at the Fairfield.
Yeah.
So it was.
But I've heard way more about the La Quinta.
Well, I mean, I've heard a lot of crazier things about the La Quinta.
I think the Fairfield.
There were robots and all sorts of weird stuff at the La Quinta.
Yeah.
Tim Lewis says, I guess you sold me on that Blue Note, the bourbon. This is good. This is good.
Someone had asked, are these distillery only?
Somebody handed it to me. I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Y'all tell me if it's distillery only.
And Mary, are these distillery only?
Kobe says, unfortunately, had to return my VIP tickets for family medical reasons, but really enjoying J-Rock's Old Soul pick.
Oh, awesome.
I hate that you didn't make it. It was a fantastic time, but I understand that completely. Always got to take care of family. J-Rock's Old Soul pick, it's still there for sale. It's still at brewzlepicks.com, and it is fantastic. Honestly, probably the best Old Soul. We're going to do this bourbon barrel pick blind with the Old Soul picks at some point in the near future. I need to go through, once all the J-Rocks are sold, I'll probably do it. Now, that's a 3-barrel blend. I'm still going to put it there, and we're going to do those because I've got 6 or 7 Old Soul barrel picks open right now, and I only need one. I need the best out of those left for other tasting. That's fantastic. Lori says, have you tried Founders Reserve? Which there's a lot of Founders Reserves out there. So are you talking about Blue Note Founders Reserve? Are you talking about something else?
Is that everything we're trying tonight? We're good? We're done?
This was all of the new stuff I had to try.
Hand me the cup back then.
Hand you the cup of, you want to go back to that? Jill, that's how good it was right there. So which one was the highlight of the night, Jill? What was the most interesting?
I will have to say I really liked that first.
The Leipers fork.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: it's hard to have a highlight.
Like
this Leipers fork.
That was amazing.
Number 69. Fred Minnick likes 69, and he knows what he's talking about.
A lot.
This Blue Note stands out. That was a fantastic, like I forgot how
Oh, yeah,
great
that was
that
good.
Yellowstone pick
Yeah,
was. And we had.
It was hard tonight. Tonight was hard.
This was a banger, like as far as like the whiskey we tried on the stream, this was a banger night.
Yeah.
Really was, because that cuvee cask, like we had the best single malt I've probably ever had.
Oh,
we had,
no.
what is it?
Not Mark says, I think I accidentally left my autograph Obi-Wan in the parking lot at La Quinta. Oh my goodness. Did you call them, Mark? Or not Mark? Oh, I remember him. His name is...
Not Mark.
I know it's not Mark.
Was it like Mike?
Mike or Matthew?
It was Mike, wasn't it?
It was something else, yes.
Because he was like, I'm not Mark. And I was like, well, why do you go with not? Like, not Mark leaves a lot of options open.
Did you call and ask them? Did they find it?
Somebody found it.
Oh,
Somebody
man.
enjoyed it. I'm guessing it's not Mark. Michael. That's it, Michael. It was Michael. I knew it was an M.
Yep.
I knew it was an M. So I hate that, but banger night tonight. I'm going to jump on the Discord supporter chat. So if you are a patron, make sure you've linked your account to jump on there. If you're a member over here, you're going to need to ping a mod to jump on that chat. I don't know if y'all have noticed the new Oak Bowery hats. I don't know how many of these we actually have left. I think we have quite a few of them left from the chat, or from the. They were all left to be sold at the festival. I'm trying to work on a zoom in right here to show y'all.
Max says he left some 100% wheat Frey that I have not tried.
Oh, that's the one behind right there. You haven't tried that one. You want to try that one on the way out?
Yep.
All right, we'll get that one. He did leave that here at the house. I'm going to get a zoom in on my messy hair and the black on black Oak Bowery Bourbon. These are flex fit hats right here.
Yeah, they're nice hats.
Oh, these are the nicest merch. These are the nicest merch that we've made. We've got the black on black. There is a gray hat with a burgundy one, and then there's the blue with the orange. And I'm a big fan of this black on black one right here, so I'm rocking that one probably from here on. And I'm sure we'll get some more of these made, but they're not available at Brewzle.com yet. They should be available really, really soon. So be sure to keep an eye out for any of the ones that are left.
I think we're going to...
shirts, and like there's quite a few shirts and different things.
I think we had some Festival Glens left. If anybody
we
wasn't
did have
able
some
to
Festival
come
Glens
and be a
left.
part of it,
So we're probably going to throw those up on the site because we didn't know how many tickets, so we just made 1,000 of them, and we had 700 people there.
So we have a few extra.
We do have quite a few extra left over. So
even if you weren't able to be there, you can have a little part of it.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be the only time it has a date on it. It's a one-time thing. Ooh, here is Max's. So this is like the Funfetti cream cheese frosting, but it is a different release from them of that.
Yeah.
Let me get you a fresh Glen.
That's what he said. That's why he signed his bottle, so you would know it was from him.
Get a fresh Glen or two on this one.
117. Wow. Awesome.
So I think this one is not quite as cream cheese forward, like quite as sweet. It does have a little more oak on it. So it's a little interesting. It's interesting because it's a different expression than the other two. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one was a blend, right? No, it's a single barrel. Never mind, it's a single barrel. It's a single barrel.
It smells like cream cheese.
Rick says, just picked up my first bottle of Nulu bourbon. Oddly enough, on my birthday, just learned they started distributing in Minnesota. I mean, some of the Nulu stuff I've had is pretty good. I don't have a ton of Nulu. I probably need to try more stuff from them there, Rick. But you let me know if you like that Nulu. Because honestly, folks telling me that they love stuff is oftentimes how we find out that we should explore that more. And we've had some conversations with them. We just haven't had a chance to get together and do something. More Frey. So I had a conversation last week with Colby Frey about possibly, now I need y'all's opinion on this. They're talking about us possibly coming out there and doing a 5-barrel Frey Ranch small batch blend.
Y'all say yes.
And then maybe we could get some single barrels of other stuff like this 100% wheat. So Is that something y'all think y'all would be interested in?
Say yes, please.
Should I buy a Sinatra Select? Sinatra Select is good, Jamal, but it's not worth the price difference. I would rather get like a Jack 10 if you could find one of those.
Man, that is.
100% wheat pick. That's what I want, 100% wheat pick. And this has more of that cream cheese on the nose, that funfetti, super sweet kind of cream cheese nose than I remember from the other night.
Max, that is delicious. That is like.
That is different than the others, though.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to tell you how.
Tell me how.
It's cream cheese, but it's like cream cheese with the sprinkles in it.
Okay.
Like if you put cream cheese
so here's the thing.
And you have the sprinkles in it.
KJ's like cream cheese disgusting.
No.
So it's
sorry. I
here's
disagree.
the thing. It's not like the cream cheese has a little tartness to it. It doesn't have the tartness. It's more like icing. It's more like
cream cheese
like
icing.
It's a really sweet. What we're trying to say with cream cheese, because I've seen this a lot in the videos where we mention it. It's a really sweet vanilla.
Yes.
Like it is a really, really sweet vanilla that is reminiscent of like a cream cheese icing on a cake.
So I guess when
like
we're
a
saying
super sweet vanilla.
When we're saying cream cheese, everybody's thinking like cream cheese you put on a bagel.
Yeah, with like the tartness to it.
Cream cheese frosting.
I'm a fat guy. I'm instantly thinking cake.
We're saying the wrong words.
Right?
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Cream cheese frosting.
Like funfetti cream cheese frosting. So, but it's just like a super sweet vanilla, which is the weirdest note. Like outside of this, I've never had anything with that sweet of a vanilla that wasn't
Kyle M, you have something going on there. It's the top of a carrot cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The cream cheese frosting on a carrot cake.
Frosting.
Yep.
This one, they added a little bit of sprinkles. Like the multicolored sprinkles.
Well, the finish has like little weird fruity bursts, which would be like the sprinkles. So
yeah.
And KJ doesn't like carrot cake. It's the frosting on top of the carrot cake. It doesn't taste like a carrot cake. But that's okay. That's fine.
It's delicious. Sorry. It's amazing.
This is really interesting. It's an occasion for me. It's so sweet. It's an occasion. But my God, does it blow me away every time I hit that occasion.
So good. Yeah. So good.
I hear our neighbor's dog barking.
Again. That dog barked all night last night. Like
Jill was very upset about it.
I have never heard that dog bark so much.
We got mad when a neighbor called the cops on our dog. We're gonna call the cops on a dog across the holler over there.
Oh man, that thing barked. I had to put my headphones on, and it barked all night, and it's barking again.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I did to deal with that barking dog last night.
You turned over and went to sleep.
I would have slept through a hurricane. Absolutely. All right, I appreciate y'all joining us this evening.
Thank you guys. Thank everybody. I'm sorry.
Oh, the festival. No. Go ahead. You do it. Go for it.
Thank you all for coming out. If you made it here to Opelika, I cannot thank you enough. And I hope you had a great time. We had a great time. It was beyond our expectations. And we cannot thank you enough. You are an amazing community. And I literally cannot tell you the amount of amazing people I met on Saturday. And I just thank you so much. Like the couple from New York that wanted you to be the bartender at the wedding. Mm-hmm. And we didn't get to do that, but we got to meet you guys in person. And like everybody we met was amazing. And we love you guys. And we hope you come back next year.
And when it comes to the Brewzle Festival, like what made it special, what made it interesting, all like the distilleries, these distilleries go to a lot of festivals. And I had so many of them come up to me afterwards. It's like, don't change a thing about this. Like, don't screw this up, man. Like, you've got something here. Don't screw it up. Don't do anything different. We're going to change a few things. I heard that a lot, too. But it's just like, what was great about it is they go to a lot of festivals, and a lot of those festivals are outside. You know, the Kentucky festivals, okay, maybe. But, like, most of these small brands are not going to the Kentucky Bourbon festivals. And so most of the festivals they go to, most of the folks that are there are they drink Jack Daniels and Jim Beam, and they like a good cheap drunk, and they're going to a festival to have a good time, but they don't know a whole lot about bourbon. And so they were just blown away by how knowledgeable and engaged all of y'all were at the booths. The questions you asked, the conversations that they were able to have. They felt like it was a great opportunity to showcase their brand around folks that truly know and appreciate whiskey. And to them, that stood out versus all of the other festivals that they go to. And so we thank y'all for coming and supporting that. We thank the distillers that showed up because, without whiskey to pour, this would have been a boring event. Red Clay was really awesome with all the barrel-aged beers. John Emerald was fantastic, helping us, get our own release and selling that. Stinson's Bakery was maybe one of the highlights of the whole thing. Like, they blew through all those whiskey-themed pastries that they had for sale. The food trucks did the best they could, considering we were down one food truck. Yeah. But overall, really successful. Chris George helped us a whole lot. We had Dallas Dorsey playing live music. Yeah. Really, honestly, it's been a long time since I've heard Dallas play. Fantastic, did a great job. We want to change a few things. I want to move the band out into the street next year. We want to maybe have a couple of bands, Dallas being one of them, but really kind of showcase more live music, maybe some more fun presentations and different stuff. We'll make it a little bit bigger, but we're going to probably limit the number of ticket sales. We had 700 people. We would like to grow it. We think the video will help grow it, but I think we're going to cap it at 1,000 tickets, with a certain number of them being reserved for local pickup. Like, you can go to John Emerald or Red Clay and buy a ticket locally, but the majority of those being folks that came out this year, or folks that watched the channel. Outside of that, like, more food trucks. We didn't use the entire street. We kind of took like maybe 20% of the street and didn't really utilize it. So we'll move the band out there, probably limit it to 20 distilleries. We had 12 brands pouring whiskey out there, push that to 20, get it to 1,000 people, move the band out into the street, and try to find a few more fun activities and a couple of more food trucks. Yep. Other than that, I just don't think it could be any better. I'm already talking to Red Clay. Like, he hit me up today. He's like, let's do a recap. Let's talk about what barrels we want to lay down, what beers we want to lay down in barrels for next year. Go ahead and get those going so they can be aging. Like, everybody super excited. And then I want to find a few more fun things for VIP. Like, we had the VIP area. Well, we didn't utilize, we utilized the VIP area a little bit, but I think we could utilize it a little better.
I realized once we got back home that night that I completely forgot all the outdoor games that I had, or all the outdoor things that I had bought for outdoor games. I literally left them all at the house. So hopefully next year I won't forget that, and that'll be a part of the outdoor area. But also a big thank you to our team. You guys were amazing. Our volunteers.
The volunteers made it.
I can't name everybody.
We would not have pulled this off without the team or the volunteers, for sure.
But just a special shout out to all the people who helped us get everything set up. It was amazing. You guys just went above and beyond, and thank you so much.
And helped us break it down. We would have been there till 4 o'clock in the morning had we had to do that all ourselves.
My goodness, yes. Our entire family and friends and everybody that helped out, thank you so much.
Awesome. Lights in the VIP section. I mean, they had some. Did they not turn the lights on back there?
I don't know.
The lights man never got turned on back there.
We're sorry.
Apologize if they never turned on the lights back there.
Oh, yeah, and the trains. We had so many trains that went through.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that, my friend.
But they said they were epic.
There's nothing we can do about the trains.
They like the trains.
But I guess, thinking back, the lights never got turned on in the VIP area.
Actually, I don't think they did, because I think when I went back out there, I was like, oh, there's no lights out here.
Well, I'm sorry about that. You
live and learn, right?
Know. We will work better.
Next year, there'll be lights.
I will make sure. So when we were there earlier, before it got dark, I was like, somebody needs to get these lights on. And then I guess the person I was talking to never made sure somebody got the lights on. But there were a lot of things to figure out. We will do better. We will do better on that. So,
we will do better.
Appreciate y'all watching. I will jump over
much.
to Discord here in just a few minutes. I'm going to run to the restroom. Then I'll be over on Discord in the supporter-only chat. Love all of y'all. Thank y'all for the support. And we will see y'all next time.